Okay, back to the problem. So, I already have this fixed. Yun pala, I just forgot to divide this by 3. I'm so sorry for that matter, folks. Pero, since I divided by 3, I should get this answer, which is 49.71. Diba remember, yun yung volume ng cone, diba? 49.71. And then, I multiplied by a million because of the given relationship na 1 cubic cm is worth 1 million cubic centimeters. 1 cubic meter is worth 1 million cubic centimeters. So this one, minultiply ko by 1 million, and then I should get 49,712,362.75 cubic centimeters. And then once I've already converted that to cubic centimeters, you can already convert your units to milliliters. And you should get it, and you should get the answer of 49,712,362.75 milliliters. Actually, I also got ano yun? 4,971,000. Yeah, it also means the same thing. Kaya na what you call this, there are different answers. It depends upon how approximate you are. But what is important, ito yung final sagot. The final answer for the volume of the cone, if you were to convert that to liquefied units, it's 49,712,362.75 milliliters. Kaya calculator is very handy when you play this. Okay? So yun lang. Now we're already done with the cone. So let's proceed to our last figure. Now, going back to our last figure. So at least naman, we've already done all the shapes except for one last, which is the sphere. Alright. For the sake of the sphere, for some people, mahirap talaga yung sphere. Pero relax ka lang, chill lang. Madali lang talaga yun yung sphere. Kasi po, we know naman a sphere is just a relaxed shape. But here's how we do it. Lalo na when it comes to solving for the surface area, mabilis lang talaga yun. You know why? What is the formula for the surface area of a sphere? The surface area of a sphere is always get the area of 1 square times 4. If I were to write the formula, ganito yun. So the formula for volume of, surface area of sphere it's always pi r squared. Remember pi r squared, you have already familiarized what this means, right? It's the area of one circle, kaya lang you'll have to multiply that by 4. Apply distributive property, so therefore you should get 4 pi r squared. Tama? Now, let's solve for the surface area. To solve for the surface area of this sphere, look at it. Tingnan mo to. We have a sphere that measures 3 inches. Now, we need to solve for its surface area. Uh-oh. Don't get baffled again just like last time, ha? Kasi po, ang 3 inches, that pertains to the diameter. Because they give you the diameter. If they were to give you the diameter, such that you find the diameter really useless, don't worry. You can still convert that to the radius. Ang gagawin mo lamang ay divide the diameter by 2. So 3 inches divided by 2 inches. So therefore, your new radius now should be 1.5. So therefore, ito na yung formula mo. Your formula should be pi times 1.5 squared times 4. Yan. So, ganito ba yung formula? You can also do the multiplication process, pero it might take a lot of time. So, once again, just like what I told you, you're very lucky na ginawa ko yung formula dito sa Microsoft Excel. So, ito po yung formula ko. Okay? Dito na yan. Diba, remember ito yun, diba? 3 divided by 2, diba? 3 divided by 2 so that I can get the radius. This is the radius. And then, ang ginawa ko dito, square ko yung radius. Tama? Tapos dito, I multiplied the radius by pi. That's pi times the radius squared. So that I can get the, the area of one circle. Then last but not least, based on that answer that I got here, minultiply ko by 4. So that I can get 28.26 square inches. At yun yung surface area ng sphere. Not like what I did here, this is already a direct to the point formula. 3.14 times 3 halves raised to the second power. Kasi po 3 halves is like, ano yun, 1 and 1 half, or 1.5. 1.5 squared. And then times 4. Ganon yung formula. I did it all together and you still get the same answer din. Whether you do it step by step or the direct to the point. Okay? So yun po yung surface area ng sphere. Now let's go to the volume. Going back to our sphere now, it's time to play the game called volume. To solve for the volume of a sphere, madali lang yan. Kasi po when you play the game of volume of a sphere, you have to apply this formula. Ang volume ng sphere, di ba sinunod ko doon sa taas? Ang volume ng sphere ay 4/3 of pi times radius cube. Or 2/3 of pi times radius squared times d. Yun. Okay? Kasi po, this is the most emphasis type of formula. Ang pi times radius squared, that's the area of one circle. Because remember, in volume, you need to form square units. And then you need to get the height so that you can form your cubic units. That's why yung multiply namin by d. So that you can get the height and form cubic units. And then multiply by 2/3 because it takes 2/3 of the contents of a cylinder to fill in one sphere. Kaya ganun talaga yun. The reason why kung bakit siya naging 4/3 kasi ngayong diameter, it's twice the radius. So 2r. So when we distribute this, ang 2 times 2 becomes 4. Diba? Ganito siya. Tapos yung r times the r squared, applying lots of exponents, we get r cubed. Tama? So yun po yung formula. Now let's solve for the volume of a sphere. So we have 3.14 times, not 3 cubed ha, it's 1.5 cubed. 1.5 ha, kasi po radius ang tinatukoy namin. And then from there, you will have to multiply that by 4, divide by 3. You want to see the formula? Ito yun. Wait lang po, I have to find it muna ha. Ayan. So there's our formula. So diba remember, this is the criteria. Okay? So ito yun, yung direct to the point formula. So diba remember, this is the formula that I did. So you have 3.14. Diba ito yung ginawa ko. 3 halves, which is 1.5 cubed. And we should get 3.375. Then this one times 4/3. And then 4/3. 4 divided by 3. We should get something like this. And then, pinadat ko to lahat. And you should get 14.13 cubic inches. Even if you were to do the accentuated version, you should get the same answer din. You wanna see how? Ganito yun. Di ba remember we all start with the constant value of pi, which is 3.14. Tama? And then this one, skinner ko to. And then we have to get the diameter. Multiply with the diameter. And then 2/3. Then when I product everything, tama, we should get the same answer din, which is 14.13 cubic inches. Alright? Now, here's the catch. Kasi what you call this, if you're asked to convert that into liquefied units, ganito yung formula mo. So, you need to convert that to liquefied units. So, dito ko yung what you call this, yung tinutukoy ko. So, yung 14.13 cubic inches, you need to convert that to cubic cm. But how? Let's go to the conversion table and find out. So, here's our conversion table. Ito yung normal. From 1 cm, we should get 2.54, di ba? Ganito yun, di ba? 3 becomes 7.62. Then 1.5 becomes 3.81. Ang ginawa ko, minultiply ko. Di ba? Times 2.54. So that I can get the answer to the problem. Di ba? Nasaan ba yun? Yan, di ba? Even this one. So yun. Now, kapag cubic, remember, 1 cubic inch is still the same. 1 cube is 1 times 1 times 1. Thanks to identity property of multiplication, it's still literally 1. Tapos yung 2.54, when we cube it, ito yung sagot. Ang ginawa ko, T43, which is T, then 43. So when I cube it, I should get 16.387064. Now, di ba remember, this is the volume of the cube, di ba? This is the volume of the cube in cubic inches. Ang ginawa ko, I multiply the volume of the cube in cubic inches multiplied by the given relationship in cubic centimeters in order for me to convert that. So we should get the volume of 231.5492143 cubic centimeters. And based on that cubic centimeters, di ba remember their given relationship? 1 cubic cm is worth 1 milliliter. So it's just the same thing. You just have to convert your measure, your units, rather than the value of the number. At yun lang. Yun yung sagot. And that's it. Pero you might be asking me if there's another way. Yes, pwede pa rin magawa ito. You can also convert the 3 inches into cm naman. Let's just like what I told you, ang 3 inches, kung maging cm, ay 7.62 na. And then yung 1.5 becomes 3.81. I also did a formula about that. So here's how it works. Kung titingin mo dito, ito yun in cm. The volume of the cube in cm. Kapag ginawa ko yung direct to the point formula, ito yun. So again, I still have 3.14. And then this one, I have T45 cube. That's 3.81. You see yung naka-highlight dito? Yun po yung tinutukoy namin. And then I cube it. So therefore, this should be 55.30 something. And then this should be divided 4 over 3. And then pinaduct ko lahat. Once I get the product, we should get yan. 231.5492143 cubic centimeters. Yun po yung sagot. Just like what I got here. Now, if you were to use the accentuated version, again, ito yun. Tapos, in squared ko. So therefore, it's 3.81 squared, carat 2, which is squared. And then, multiply it with the diameter. The diameter is 3 inches. But converted to cm becomes 7.62. And then this becomes 2/3. So 2/3. And then I product everything. When I product everything from this cell up to that, from this cell up to that cell, yun po yung answer na kinuha ko. The same literal 231.5492143 cubic centimeters. And because of that, hindi mo kailangan mag-convert na sa dulo, di ba? Unless you were to solve na for the volume in the first place, you will still have to convert. Unless you convert in the first place, hindi ka mag-convert na ka sa dulo. Di ba? So yun lang. And that's it. Dot! We're all done. Thank God. God bless you in your studies. Amen.